Namassarvebhyah sarvesham hardam swagatam. We'll start the class by chanting the Prarthana Shlokas. Krishno rakshadu manchara chara guruhu Krishnan namasyamyakam Krishne namara shatravo vinikataha Krishnaya tasmai namaha Krishna deva samutthidam jagadidam Krishnasya dasosmyakam Krishne bhaktirajanja bhagavan He Krishna tubhyan namaha prapanna parijataya totra vetraika panaye jnana mudraya Krishnaya Gita amritaduhe namaha vasudeva sutan devam kamsa chanura mardanam devaki paramanandam Krishnau vande jagat gurum. Sarvesham punah swagatam.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Atha Panchadashodhyayaha Purushottama Yogaha Shri Bhagavan Vacha Urtha Moolamadash-shakam Aswatham Praguravyayam Chandamsi yasya parnani Yastau veda savedavit athaschottvam prasrutastasya shakhaga guna pravrittha vishaya pravalaga athascha moolan yanusantadani karmanubandhini manushya-loke narupamasyeha तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर् न च सम्प्रदिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढ मूलं असङ्कशस्त्रेण त्रिठेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् कथान निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्कदोषाः अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः त्वन्त्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंगैः कथ्यन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यत्कत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मदषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरै यतवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामदीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रञ्च चक्षुस्पर्शनञ्च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितौ वापि भुञ्जानौ वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यकतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकं गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णानि चौषधी सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अगौ वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत्वेदविदेव चाहम् त्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादभिचोत्तमः अधोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत। ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्याया योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे पुरुषोत्तम योगो नाम पंचदशोऽध्यायः। हरे कृष्ण।
Very well, Chandana. Dhanyawad. So we were in this sloka, 22nd. So we have said knowledge, that is jnanam, and the karma, and the doer who does the karta. Jnanam, karma, karta. So these are the three aspects Bhagavan is taking. Jnanam, karma, cha, karta, cha, tridhaiva guna bhedataha. So they are all belong to this Prakriti, so they will have these gunas, Rajo guna, Sat guna, and also this Tamasic guna. So one is classifying them based on their knowledge. So any person, apart from his body, what he is knowledge. That is, everybody is possessed with that only knowledge. Everybody has knowledge. That is in samskara, the disposition is like that, outlook is like that. One person's outlook will be different from others. So what is that? That is, apart from the body, what is that? The person. What is that person? So that will decide how he will act, how he will interact with this world, etc. So in that, if jnana, sattvigam is predominant, he will act, he will see that unity, he will see everywhere unity, as well as he will do for everybody's benefit. He won't expect anything results, and he will do without attachment. If it is rajasic, he will be expecting results, and he will do everything for his own improvement or his own greatness. He will do, and he will try to show off. That kind of person. And what a tamasic person will do, that is what we are seeing. So tamasic person, he will cling to one single object. He will have something illogical and very, very trivial thing he will hold on, and he will try to argue and he will have that sort of a disposition. That is nature. So unconnected with truth. There is no truth in this, very trivial, and he will unnecessarily he will spoil himself, and he will spoil others also. So that type of attitude is of this tamasic person. So we'll chant this. Yattu krit, please chant this. We not chanted this.
Yes, Mahodaya. Okay. Vatsala Bhagini.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin.
Yettu Krishnavate-smin, Yettu Krishnavate Tegasmin,
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin.
Yettu Krishnavate Gasmin,
Ta.
Yettu Krishnavate Gasmin,
Karye saktamahaitukam.
Karye Saktamahaitukam, Karye Saktamahaitukam,
Atatvartavadalpancha.
Atatvartavadalpancha,
Tattamasamudahritam.
Tattamasamutahritam,
Uttam. Atatvartavadalpam. So this is a bit atatvart. But is not real, or what is not no, that is atatvam, not tatvam. Atatvam, atatvarthavad alpam. Alpam means trivial. So what is not at all required, but is unimportant, on that he will be very particular. This tamasic person who has got tamasic knowledge. We'll continue.
Malini Bhagini.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin.
Yattu Krishnavade kasmin. Yattu Krishnavade kasmin.
Karye saktamahaitukam.
Karye saktamahaitukam. Karye saktamahaitukam.
Atatvarthavadalpancha.
Atatvartavadalpancha. Atatvartavadalpancha.
Tattamasamudahritam.
Tattamasamudahrutam. Tattamasamudahrutam. Thank you, sir.
Class Vinoda Bhagini.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin. Karye saktamahaitukam.
Yattu Krishnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam. Yattu Krishnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam.
Atatvarthavadalpancha. Tattamasamudahritam.
Atatvarthavadalpancha tattamasamudarutam. Atatvarthavadalpancha tattamasamudarutam.
Ilavarsi Bhagini.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin. Karye saktamahaitukam.
Yattu Krishnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam. Yattu Krishnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam.
Atatvarthavadalpancha. Tattamasamudahritam.
Atatvarthavadalpancha. Tattamasamudahritam. Atatvarthavadalpancha. Tattamasamudahritam. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Golap Mahodaya.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin. Karye saktamahaitukam. Atatvarthavadalpancha. Tattamasamudahritam.
Yattu kritsnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam atatvarthavadalpancha यत्तत्त्वार्थवदल्पञ्च तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
Uttam.
धन्यवाद
Sapna Bhagini.
यत्तु कृत्स्नवदे कस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तमहैतुकम् अतत्त्वार्थवदल्पञ्च तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
Uttam.
धन्यवाद।
Next shloka. Niyatan sangarahitam aragadveshatah kritam aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvika muchyate. So here, an action which is ordained or as given in the scriptures, as ordained as is practiced. So niyatam, that is ordained or that is prescribed, and also free from attachment. Sangarahita. Sangam means attachment. Sangarahita, without attachment. Aragadveshata, that is which is done without love or hatred. Ragadveshata kritam, and not aphala prepsuna karma, that is not desiring fruit of that action. That action is considered as sattvika. Yat tat sattvika muchyate, it is considered to be sattvika. So here we have seen already three types of knowledge, that is sattvic knowledge, rajasic knowledge, and tamasic knowledge. The next topic is action. So what are the three types of actions? Rajasic action, sattvic action, rajasic action, and tamasic action. With that knowledge, how they will act in this world. So three types of knowledge or worldview or disposition of people in the, we have seen the previous three slokas we have seen. So these three slokas will consider actions. So new topic of karma is action. So action is being considered here. Knowledge is the main instigator of any action. So if depending upon the knowledge, action will be initiated. Whatever knowledge one has, sattvic, rajasic, or anything, knowledge he has, he would action, because he has the previous knowledge, he'll act upon that. And if knowledge is sattvic, the action will also be sattvic. So a simple way to differentiate the three types of knowledge is to gauge the severity of the likes and dislikes of the raga and dvesha, that is the love and the anger, hatred, that the knowledge creates. The knowledge is creating these things, that is likes and dislikes, and raga, love and hatred. So when we see only unity and harmony without any dislikes, that is considered as the one second. That is sattvic knowledge. That is no hatred, only unity and harmony, and without any likes or dislikes. That is sattvic knowledge that we know. And when we we have strong likes and dislikes for this subject or that person, it is rajasic knowledge. When we have a extreme or perverted likes or dislikes, it is the tamasic knowledge. So Sri Krishna says any action performed without attachment, without likes or dislikes towards any part or character in the action, anybody in the action, no likes or dislikes, your action is performed without attachment, without hankering for any reward of the action, not expecting any results. Such an action is sattvic action. In other words, while commencing an action, our intent, what we, our intention and state of mind should be sattvic. Then only the action also will be sattvic. We should not be well doing, we should not have any attachment, We should have no love or hatred for anybody or anything in that. And it should be beneficial to all. Harmony should be maintained. So we'll be able to perform such an action if we have reduced our likes and dislikes towards material objects to a great extent. If you have reduced our likes and dislikes to material objects and people, then can reduce this thing in a better way. This happens only if we see the world as illusory, ephemeral, as transitory. No, it is not permanent. So it is only temporary only. That sort of a view should be there in us. So it is not something permanent. So we should be spend our time or spend our interest or spend our time or our lose our control of ourselves. Why should we do it if it is temporary? So we should realize that. And then it can be through meditation or by seeing everything as Brahman, seeing everything as Brahman, as the manifestation of Brahman. That sort of a mentality we can get. And that way our action will also be sattvic action. So this is what Bhagavan says in this sloka. We'll continue.
Kalavati Bhagini.
Niyatan sangarahitam.
Niyatam sangarahitam. Niyatam sankarahitam.
Aragadveshatah kritam.
Aragateshatakritam. Aragateshatakritam.
Aragadveshatah kritam.
Aragateshatakritam. Aragateshatakritam.
Aphala prepsuna karma.
Apala prepsuna karma. Apala prepsuna karma.
Yattat satvika muchyate.
Yattat satvika muchyate. Yattat satvika muchyate.
Uttam.
Dhanyavad.
Varalakshmi Bhagini.
Niyatam sangarahitam.
Niyatam sangarahitam. Niyatam sangarahitam.
Aragadveshatah kritam.
Aragadveshatakridam. Aragadveshadakritam.
This is Jugva Mudya is there. Visarga followed by Kakara. Aragadveshatah kritam.
Aragadveshadakridam.
Aphala prepsuna karma.
Apala prepsuna karma. Apala prepsuna karma.
Yattat satvika muchyate.
Yattat satvika muchyate. Yattat satvika muchyate. Thank you.
Prema Shriram Bhagini.
Yatam sangarahitam. Aragadveshatah kritam.
Niyatam sangarahitam. Aragadveshatah kritam. Niyatam sangarahitam. Aragadveshatah kritam.
Aphala prepsuna karma. Yattat satvika muchyate.
Aphala prepsuna karma. Yattat satvika muchyate. Aphala prepsuna karma. Yattat satvika muchyate.
Anasuya Bhagini.
Niyatan sangarahitam. Aragadveshatah kritam.
Niyatam sangarahitam. Aragadveshatakrutam. Niyatam sangarahitam. Aragadveshatakrutam.
Aphala prepsuna karma. Yattat satvika muchyate.
Apala prepsuna karma. Yattat satvika muchyate. अपलप्रेसुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते. धन्यवादः.
नागमणि भगिनी.
Yiyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatah kritam aphala prasna karma yattat satvika muchyate.
नियतं सङ्गरहितम् आरागद्वेषतः कृतम् अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते.
Uttam.
धन्यवादः.
रघुनाथ महोदय.
नियतं संगरहितम् अरागद्वेषतः कृतम् अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते.
Uttam. Go to the next one.
धन्यवाद.
Yattu kamepsuna karma sahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasamudahritam. So here we have completed how a sattvic person will be, action of a sattvic person. So here we'll take up the next rajasic action. But that action which is performed by a person desiring pleasure, kama prepsuna, that is, it was aphala prepsuna, here kama prepsuna, that is kamepsuna, that is desiring desiring pleasure. Karma sahankarena vapunaha, with egoism, ahankaram, no, sahankarena vapunaha kriyate bahulayasam, with exertion, with a lot of effort, he does things. So that is called a rajasic action. So rajasic knowledge gives reality to the differences created by the senses and the mind. Whatever there is difference is there, and that person will be observing those things. He will not be seeing unity. When he see a person, he will say what is his color, what is his language, what is mother tongue, where is he from. All those differences he will get, and he will not see the unity of that person. So it gives different values to objects, people and situations perceived by the mind and the senses. So that is the nature of that rajasic type of person. In other words, we either like, dislike, or are indifferent to objects, people, and situations. So a rajasic knowledge results in rajasic action. Rajasic action is begun for object, person, or situations that will give pleasure. Rajasic action is initiated for that purpose, for pleasure, for to impress a person, or to browbeat a person, or a situation that will give pleasure to him. You make laugh at some others and get pleasure out of it. So that kind of thing, that is rajasic. It involves mental and physical effort also to do that rajasic action. So another aspect is the ego is given a lot of prominence. Sahankarena vapunaha, ego is given, like he is great, he only knows, or he sort of a attitude, and we also want to know the world to know what we are doing. You want to show, impress others, and let others know that we have done this, we have done that, and all. That's what is attitude. So in contrast, sattvic action, sattvic action is done with no pursuit of pleasure, no ego, and with a sense of duty. And work is done with least effort, because that is concentrating only on the work. Whereas the rajasic person will concentrate on his egoistic egoist actions, like showing off, etc. His work is being disturbed by these unwanted things. Whereas the sattvic person will just concentrate on the work without expecting this. All those things will not come to his mind, pass his mind. So he is very efficient in the work. So work is done as an instrument of Ishvara. He thinks he is doing the work of Ishvara. So with that mentality, he is working. So they're most productive because they are performing swadharma with no ulterior motive. So that is the sattvic action. Rajasic action is with all ego and also expecting results and also to get pleasure out of the work. and also done with great effort, and because he has to overcome all these things, this ego, etc. He has to overcome, then only he can work. So he has to put a lot of effort on that. So this is what Rajasic action will continue.
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
Yattu kamepsuna karma.
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
Okay, ma'am. Yattu kamepsuna karma. Yattu kamepsuna karma.
Ahankarena va punaha.
Sahankarena va punaha. Sahankarena va punaha.
Kriyate bahulayasam.
Kriyate bahulayasam. Kriyate bahulayasam.
Tadrajasamudahritam.
Tadrajasamudahritam. Tadrajasamudahritam.
Uttam.
Vatsala Bhagini.
Yattu kamepsuna karma.
यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म
Ahankarena va punaha.
साहंकारेण वा पुनः साहंकारेण वा पुनः
Kriyate bahulayasam.
क्रियते बहुलाय क्रियते बहुलायासं क्रियते बहुलायासं
Tadrajasamudahritam.
तत्राजसमुदाहृतं
Prema Shriram Bhagini.
Tukamepsuna karma sahankarena va punaha.
यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः
Kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasamudahritam.
क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम् क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम्
Ilavarasi Bhagini.
Yattu kamepsuna karma sahankarena va punaha. Kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasamudahritam.
यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासं तत्राजसमुदाहृतम्.
Uttam.
धन्यवादः.
Meenakshi Bhagini.
यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम्.
Next sloka. Anubandham kshayam himsam anapechya cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate. So here now we've seen both sattvic and rajasic. Now tamasic action. Anubandham. So that which is begun in delusion. Mohadarabhyate. That is begun with delusion without considering its consequences. Loss, anubandham, no consequences. Loss, chayam, himsam, harm, and also anapekshacha paurusham. So, and paurusham, capability, whether he is capable or not, that action is tamasic. Action which is begun in delusion without considering the consequences, loss or harm, and the capability of doing that work, that action is tamasic action. So whenever we begin an action without fully understanding its impacts and consequences, that action is tamasic. So many people take up work without knowing the intensity of the work or the involvement of the work. So we say, especially college graduates, they take up work. They don't know, they have to, sometimes they have to work a lot and they have to work overtime also, so they are not prepared for it, and they will be faring very badly, and they have to leave the work. So without, and also sometimes we do this business ventures without knowing the implications or the consequences of the business. We will invest money, or we will invest our time, money, etc., and we might enter it in loss. So everything should be studied in pros and cons, and we should not enter into anything that is that will later on result in loss, also harm, body harm. You see, many people we see in the newspapers, they start up a business and they end up in lot of losses, and they end their lives also, because they are not properly analyzed everything, and they have entered into this business, and they feel they themselves lose everything, and they in turn harm others also, their family members, everybody they will harm. So this is the tamasic type, and the root of tamasic action is tamasic knowledge, which creates a highly perverse sense of attachment towards certain object, person or situation or end goal, that everything else becomes inferior and worthless for them. The underlying connectedness or unity of things is forgotten. They know that everything is connected, which that thing they forget. They cling to something and they hold on to it without understanding the underlying unity. Also, even people who take tasty food, because it's tasty, they take and they get long-term health effects. That's also a tamasic action. Whatever you do, which will end up in harm to a person, that is tamasic action. Whatever it may be, we are eating tasty foods. You can see the bad effects of children now eating the processed foods. So we can see how they are affected. So, but they are addicted to it. So this is all tamasic action. We'll continue.
क्षम्यतां
Malini Bhagini.
Yes, yes.
अत्र अनपेक्षा इति अस्ति खलु मम पुस्तके अनवेक्षा इति अस्ति
Yeah. Some people books, but both are correct, I think. Anapeksha, anapeksha, both.
समानम् अर्थः वा
Samana, that's what in the book also it says, anapeksha, anapeksha. In the book also is anapeksha. I correct anapeksha. It's anapeksha also, some people are chanting. So
and it is ISKCON avradra adralli अनपेक्षा इति एव अस्ति.
Oh. I think you can both you can use, I think.
अनवेक्षा समान अर्थं समानं खलु
Artham samanam iti aham manye. I have to see whether it is same or not. I will see that.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I'll see this and tell. But both are used. Okay.
धन्यवाद.
Malini Bhagini.
Anubandham kshayam himsam.
Anubandham kshayam himsam. Anubandham kshayam himsam.
We should never forget this Mahaprana, because it is very important in Sanskrit, because that will meaning will be a different thing. So that's why we are insisting on that. Anubandham kshayam himsam.
Anubandham kshayam himsam. Anubandham kshayam himsam.
Anapeksha cha paurusham.
Anapeksha cha paurusham. Anapeksha cha paurusham.
Mohadarabhyate karma.
Mohadarabhyate karma. Mohadarabhyate karma.
Yattattamasamuchyate.
Yattattamasamuchyate. Yattattamasamuchyate.
Varalakshmi Bhagini.
Anubandham kshayam himsam.
Anubandham kshayam himsam. Anubandham kshayam himsam.
Anapekshya cha paurusham.
Anavekshayat paurusham. Anavekshayat Paurusham.
Anavekshya cha paura. Vekshya.
Anavekshaya. Anavekshayach.
Not
Sorry,
chaya.
sir.
Cha.
Anavekshaya Paurusham.
Anavekshya
Anavekshaya.
cha.
Anavekshaya. 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 Anavekshaya cha Paurusham.
Anavekshya cha paurusham.
Anavekshaya. Anavekshaya Paurusham.
Mohadarabhyate karma.
Mohadarapyate karma. Mohadarapyate karma.
Yattattamasa muchyate.
Yattattamasa muchyate. Yattattamasa muchyate. I will practice, sir.
Yeah, you have to practice a lot.
Vinoda Bhagini.
Are you practicing?
Not 18 chapters, sir. I'm one chapter after the other. I'm proceeding.
Okay.
Thanks.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshya cha paurusham.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha cha paurusham. Anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha cha paurusham.
Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate. Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Golap Mahodaya.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshya cha paurusham.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshasa paurusham. Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshasa paurusham.
Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate. Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Padma Vishwanathan Bhagini.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshya cha paurusham. Mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshasa paurusham. Mohadarabhyate karmam yattattamasa muchyate.
Lakshmi H.S. Bhagini.
Anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshya cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa muchyate.
Next shloka. Mukta sango nahavadi dhrityutsaha samanyvitaha siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha karta satvika uchyate. Now we have completed actions. We have completed. We have completed 3 slokas knowledge. Now the previous sloka we have completed the actions, 3 types of actions. Now we are taking the karta, the doer, as per the sattvika, rajasic, and tamasic gunas. So here we are talking about sattvika doer, a doer with sattvika gunas. So one who is free from attachment, mukta sango nahavadi, is mukta sanga, that is free from attachment, and also who does not have ego, is ahamvadi, that is ahankar, no, I'm no sense of egoism. Aham na ahamvadi, he is not having that egoism. Filled dhrityutsaka manju. Dhriti is fortitude, that is strength of mind, the persistence of the mind. Utsaham is enthusiasm. Dhrityutsahasa manvitaha. Filled with fortitude and enthusiasm. Siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha. Unperturbed. Nirvikaraha. Unperturbed by success and failure or failure. Siddhya siddhyo. That is siddhya asiddhya. Siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha. Karta sattvika uchyate. Karta, doer, is sattvika. Sattvika karta. So here, jnana or knowledge shapes our worldview. The way with which we see the world is because of what is knowledge in us, inside everyone we have. So, and prompts our actions. So now Sri Krishna describes 3 types of kartas. So the doer is nothing but the state of our mind from the start of an action to its end. That is the doer. Of course, start of a work, you start a work and end the work. Till that time, you are the doer. So that is the state of our mind during that doing. State of our mind doing that during that action. So some action can be performed differently by different types of doers. If you give a work to 4 persons, we can see the difference in their work, how they work. You can observe those things. So Sattvic does not. The Sattvic person, doer, is prepared for any result of action and will not let external circumstances change their state of mind. Nothing will affect them. They weigh the work, they will do it. They learn from mistakes. So they will doing according to their disposition, and they make mistakes. They don't worry about that. They learn from that they have made a mistake, and they will not repeat that mistakes. So that is Sattvic. And endurance to temporary setbacks. They want to leave it and go away. Something is not correct working, I will leave it and go away. No, they will stop. They will find out what is the reason. They'll solve the problem, and they continue to work. That is fortitude. They'll continue to apply themselves to complete that work. So enthusiasm to perform action, they enthusiastically do the work. And free from attachment, and not concerned about egoism. No egoism, only work is important. No egoism. Freedom from attachment, not attached to outcome, but not worry about what's happening. High level of dispassion or vairagya from the pulls of material world. They are not affected by anything of the material world. Dispassionate. They have got a vairagyam towards that. So that kind of doer is the Sattvic doer. Doer with Sattvic gunas. We'll continue.
Pushpa Bhagini.
Tasango nahawadi.
Sorry. Varalakshmi Bhagini.
Mukta sangohanam vadi.
Mukta sango nahawadi.
Mukta sangohanam vyadi.
No, ahambadi is ahambadi, na ahambadi. That is nahambadi. Mukta sangaha means he is free from attachment. Mukta sangaha. Mukta sango nahawadi.
Mukta sangohanam
Mukta sango nahawadi. Ahambadi.
Nahawadi, no? Mukta sango nahawadi.
Once again.
Mukta sango nahawadi.
Trityutsaha samanvitaha.
Trityutsaha samanvitaha. Trityutsaha samanvitaha.
Siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha.
Siddha siddhyor nirvikaraha. Siddha siddhyor nirvikaraha.
Siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha.
Siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha. Siddha Siddhyo Nirvikaraha.
Siddhya, not Siddha, Siddhya.
Siddhya. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha.
Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Karta Satvika Uchyate. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Nagamani Bhagini.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Mukta Sango Nahawadi.
Prityutsaka Samanvitaha.
Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha. Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha.
Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikaraha. Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikaraha.
Siddhya Siddhyor is that. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha.
Artha Satvika Uchyate.
Karta Satvika Uchyate. Karta Satvika Uchyate. Dhanyavadam.
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
Sango Nahawadi. Dhrityutsaka Samanvitaha.
Mukta Sango Nahambadi. Trityusaha Samanvitaha. Mutta Sango Nahambadi. Trityusaha Samanvitaha.
Mrityu Utsah. Drityuhu Utsaham is the Drityutsah. Drityutsaka Samanvitaha.
Trityusaha Samanvitaha. Trityusaha Samanvitaha.
Here Dhriti and Utsah. That is Drityutsah. Dhriti Utsah. Drityutsaka Samanvitaha.
Trityutsaha Samanvitaha.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraka. Artha Satvika Uchyate.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirviharaha. Karta Satvika Uchyate. Siddhya Siddhayor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Siddhya Siddhyo. Idhyo. Siddhyo. It is there. Siddhya Siddhyo.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Uttam.
Lakshmi Kiran Bhagini.
Sango Nahawadi. Prityutsaka Samanvitaha.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha. Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Hema Bhagini.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Trityutsaka Samanvitaha. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Dhrityusaha Samanvitaha. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Drityutsaha. Utsaham.
Dhrityut is coming there, Mahodaya. Dhrityutsaha. Okay.
Drityutsaha.
Okay. Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Sorry, I just like missed the tune.
Okay, you can chat once again.
Mukta Sango Nahawadi. Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha. Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha. Karta Satvika Uchyate.
Lakshmi Kiran.
मुक्तसङ्गो न हंवादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते.
Uttam, we will chant. So I will chant these 4 slokas that we did today. Yattu kritsnavate kasmin karye sattama haitukam atatvarthavadalpancha tattamasamudahritam niyatam sankarahitam aragattveshatah kritam aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate yattu kamepsuna karma sahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasamudahritam anubandham kshayam kimsam anapekshya cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate muktasango nahauvadi dhrityutsahasamanvitaha siddhyasiddhyor nirvikaraha karta satvika uchyate. Samapyamaka. I'll conclude with the Shanti mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.